How's everyone doing this afternoon? It's another beautiful day in Eastern Iowa. Hope it's equally as nice wherever you are. Jeff Johnson here from the Gazette along with Jeff Linder for another edition of the Call It Both Ways podcast. We're going to talk all things boys and girls high school basketball, as well as touch on a little bit of Iowa women's basketball and whatever else might come to mind. Jeffrey, how you doing?
I'm good. What are we doing inside right now?
I know, right? I'm as soon as we're done, I'm gonna get out and get a nice little walk in, I think, before my game tonight. So
Good. Who you got tonight?
we've got Marion hosting Macokota in a Class 3A sub-state semifinal. Should be a good game. Both teams have had fine years, and I haven't seen Macokota, but they usually go pretty high octane, up tempo, so should be fun. So we got half the boys field set. We've got all the girls field set. It's been kind of a chaotic last 3, 4, 5 days for you, Lindy, that way, but a fun
For everybody.
4 or 5 days. So
So
where do you want to start out with? Start smaller class and go up, or upper class?
Let's start upper class since they play earlier in the tournament for whatever reason. So we got blanked in 5A again for the second straight year. Prairie and Washington and Iowa City West all got to the regional finals. They all fell a little short. Washington is actually very much in their game with Davenport North before North pulled away in the fourth quarter and won that 53-40. Prairie, I was up at Prairie at Cedar Falls on a couple days ago. What was that? That was Tuesday. Yeah, I was up there Tuesday, and just a ugly offensive game up there. It was 15-10 at halftime. Cedar Falls ended up winning that 45-35. So Prairie fell a little bit short of state as well. Iowa City West got beat. I think it was 83-58 by Waukee. So lots of CIML, a little bit of MAC, very little MVC in the 5A field. Johnston plays Valley. Waukee plays Centennial. Davenport North plays Cedar Falls, and Dowling plays PV. 4A, let's see. Clear Creek Amana is holding the area flag there. The Clippers were one of 4 regional finalists, the only team to win. Clear Creek Amana took care of Keokuk last Tuesday night. Xavier fell in the regional finals. So did Western Dubuque, and so did Macokota. 4A schedule: Clear Creek plays Gilbert, Dallas Center Grimes plays North Polk, Waverly plays Sioux Center, and Heelan plays Lewis Central. 3A, we've got 3 area teams in that. Esterville will play Forest City. Mount Vernon plays Harlan. Des Moines Christian plays Benton Community, and Solon plays Wahlert. 2A, we've got Cascade. Can't help but be happy for Mike Sconsa. He and the Cougars are heading back to state. They'll play Dike New Hartford Tuesday. Also, Sioux Central plays Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Panorama plays Grundy Center, and Westwood plays Central Lyon. And then 1A, Northland's in the field for the 6th straight year. They'll play Montezuma. Council Bluffs St. Albert versus Garrigan, Newell Fonda, and Calamus Wheatland, and Remsen St. Mary's and Martinsdale St. Mary's. And only one of those schools is a private school in the last 1A quarterfinal.
Yes, folks, if you didn't know, Martinsdale and St. Mary's are 2 towns. No
apostrophe in St. Mary's either.
Is that right? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So Martinsdale - St. Mary's, 2 towns. So we just dropped some knowledge on you for the.
Yeah. So don't go barking saying that there's too many private schools in Class 1A.
Anything really catch you off guard, or did everything go pretty much according to form with sub-state?
Pretty chalkish so far. I think that might change a little bit once we get to Des Moines. I think there's a couple opportunities for a couple number 7 seeds to beat a couple number 2s. So, but I think all the number 1s are probably pretty safe to get out of the first round.
It's kind of disappointing that we don't have Metro representation at all.
Yeah,
It's just the way it went, but I think we talked Jeff from close to the beginning of the year where we didn't think it was necessarily a great year in the Metro for girls basketball. However, and saying that, Prairie had a really nice year.
yeah,
Washington
16-5.
had a revival year at Wash. Xavier was obviously played an overtime game in the sub-state final, so this close
Yeah.
to make it to Des Moines. So just the way it worked out. What'd you say? 6 years in a row for Northland?
Yeah, six in a row.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had 26 steals last night in their regional final and beat Edco 66-34. So, yeah, just a typical fast pace, hot shooting, really fun team to watch. Not very big. If they go against a team that's big, it might be a problem, but you know, I guess you can't block the shot of a team that you can't catch. So,
That's good.
yeah, they're really good. Both the Bogey girls and Cameron Kurt. I think between the three of them, they average about 48 points a game, and I don't know, 12 or 13 steals, and about the same for assists. So it's a bunch of mighty mites, but they find a way to get it done.
I know you're going to do a lot of in-depth analysis coming up here as Sunday's paper, right?
Yeah, all the previous stuff as far as picks and schedule and all that stuff will go in Sunday's paper, and we have a feature on Monday.
So I won't ask you to spill any of the beans there, but is there one class, maybe Jeff, where you are most looking forward to seeing how it turns out?
Yeah, I would say probably not 5A and probably not 2A. I think Johnston and Dike New Hartford are very, very heavy favorites in both of those two classes. 1A, I think it's going to come down to Northland and Newfoundland. 3A, I think there are probably three teams, maybe four that could win it. I think Stolen and Mount Vernon are both in that group, along with Esterville, Lincoln Central. 4A, 4A is loaded. 4A is really deep. I think, boy, I don't know. I think that's kind of wide open. Clear Creek Amana is the number one ranked team. They're undefeated 23-0, but I don't think they're a shoe-in by any means.
All right, well, it's going to be a fun week,
Yeah,
regardless. What
yeah.
time you get underway? Monday morning, right? Right away?
10 o'clock is the first 5A quarterfinal, but we don't have anything in that realm, as we mentioned. So I think our first game is they actually go 5A and then 3A. So we've got 6:45 and 8:30 Monday night. So
Okay.
the early part of the day is going to be a note finding mission.
Yeah. What's the reasoning for mixing up classes like that?
Don't
Just
know. I
don't
don't
know.
know. I could speculate, and it would all just be just
Speculate.
but just a bunch of blah blah blah, because I don't know.
Okay. You also broke some news. Gene Berger is stepping down from the
Yeah,
IGHSAU. You want to
yeah,
talk about that a little bit?
yeah. I don't know if I broke it. I rewrote a release from the girls' union, so I didn't break it any more than anybody else did. Yeah, she's going to be stepping down sometime later in the school year. My guess would be her last girls' state basketball tournament, and she's done some good things. Whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, she moved the state volleyball tournament to Coralville, and I think in retrospect that was a good move. It's obviously a very nice new arena. And I don't know if bowling became sanctioned under her watch. It may have, but wrestling obviously did 2 years ago. And I think that might be one of her legacies.
And she navigated through
Yeah.
as did the boys through the pandemic, and
Yeah.
I did, successfully.
Yeah,
I think there's a question about that. So
yeah. We had summer sports in 2020, and it wasn't easy, but it got done. And kudos to both Gene and Tom Keating and the folks at the association for that.
yeah, that was not on anybody's radar. And that's no, that was as tough a deal as I'm sure either one of those two will ever go through in their
Yeah.
tenures. So
Can you believe it's been 4 years since you were at the boys state basketball tournament and everything went down?
no, thanks for bringing that up. No, that was just it was just scary time. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. And you're right, it did come down right at the end of the boys state tournament,
Yeah.
where everything was I think parents only for the championship game.
Yeah, it all happened so fast.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I was
And
I was at the girls' tournament the week before, and there was stuff. People were talking about it a little bit, and you'd get your phone out and you'd see the stock market the Dow was down 1,000 again today, and you think, oh boy, is the world coming to an end?
right.
And then it became a lot more localized the next week with the boys' tournament.
Yep, and then everything literally stopped for a
Hmm.
long time.
Yeah, about 3 months. Yeah,
Yep, yep, exactly. So, should I take over the conversation a little bit here on the boys' side, or is
please,
there anything
please
on the
do,
girls' side?
please
Uh,
do.
the boys are we've got half. Actually, we don't have any of the field that's been determined yet. We have half the field that is set for sub-state finals, and those are Saturday in Class 1A and Class 2A. We're at the sub-state semifinal round for 3A. That'll be Thursday tonight, depending on if you're watching this on Thursday. All 3A sub-state semifinals tonight, and then all 4A sub-state semifinals on Friday. Saturday, as I said, sub-state finals in 1A and 2A, and then next week we'll have Monday, Tuesday for 3A and 4A. And from what I've been told, we'll have a double header downtown here in Cedar Rapids at the Powerhouse on Tuesday, and I'm not sure about Monday on that, but I know I can tell you for Tuesday we'll have a couple of 4A games, sub-state finals. So, um, kind of looking at things, our area lost some teams on Monday night with in district finals. So, we have a few that are going for state tournament bids, and you look at 1A. Obviously, Northland looking for its eighth straight appearance. They will play North Fork or no, West Fork, excuse me, North Polk, West Fork, West Fork. Northland 22-1 and West Fork 20-4. That's going to be a doubleheader at Dyke on Saturday. They're going to have Northland will play at 6, and then North Fayette Valley will play. It's 2A sub-state final against Hudson at about 8 o'clock. A doubleheader at Dyke. So, Northland just keeps doing what it's doing. It's destroyed all of its opponents thus far. Will be a favorite. Although West Fork plays some pretty tough competition, and that's a really good program up there. And what Sheffield Chapin, help me out, Jeff. Meservey
Keep
Thornton,
going. Yeah,
and now I'm blocked after that. What do you got?
Swaledale.
Rockwell Swaledale. Okay, all right. So that's those are the communities. Three different schools back when I was growing up. So
Yep.
anyway, that's that one. And then do we claim Lansing Key as an area school, Jeff?
We absolutely do. They're one of our own, as John
Okay.
Bonenkamp would say.
Yes, exactly. Lansing Key has a game against Gladbrook Rhinebeck. Gladbrook Rhinebeck 20-5, Key High 22-2, and that's the sub-state final. At Oline, if I remember correctly, Key has never made the state tournament in basketball. So it's been a season of firsts. Won its first Upper Iowa conference championship this season. Won its first district championship the other night, and now going for its first state tournament appearance. are the Keyhawks, which I guess means it's no longer just a baseball community. So,
Yeah.
done a great job up there. No question about that. Coach Code has done a great job. So, and then looking at the other ones, North Union against South O'Brien, Lake Mills takes on Remsen St. Mary's, Bellevue Marquette, which is kind of fringe, I guess, for us. Takes on Dunkerton, and El Jefe wants to join the conversation. Sorry about that. Winfield Mount Union against Fort Madison Holy Trinity. Linville Sully against Bedford, and then Madrid against Woodbine. Those are the 1A sub-state finals. In 2A, West Line against Orange City, Unity Christian, Western Christian against Esterville, Lincoln Central. Carroll Kemper against Grundy Center. Trainer takes on Grandview Christian. Last year's 1A champ. Underwood against South Hamilton, and then the 3 games that involve area teams. We already talked a little bit about Hudson. North Fayette Valley has never been to a state tournament. Made it as West Union North High in 1963. So North Fayette Valley, Cale Reiter, Jeff, 6'6" junior forward, went 23, 23, and 10 the other night. 23 points,
Gosh.
23 rebounds, and 10 block shots. In North Fayette Valley's win over MFL Marmac in the district final. So great season for North Fayette Valley. Cascade, 18-4, takes on undefeated West Burlington, 21-0 in a sub-state final. Cascade, Nate McMullen's done a great job up there. No question about that. That's, as it is on the girl side, a very traditional power. No question about that. And then Iowa City Regina, 16-6, looking for its 17th state tournament appearance, takes on Pella Christian, 18-5 in a sub-state final. Paul Runquist, the who had been co-head coach, I guess, at Iowa City West, his first season at Regina. He's done a great job with that group. A lot of good athletes, as you'd imagine. We all know the football prowess down there at Regina. They've done a great job putting everything together, and the Regals face a Pella Christian team that it always seems to be in the state tournament. So Regals might be a little bit of an underdog, but certainly have a fighting chance in that one. And then, like I said, 3HF, we still got a number of teams in the area that are still playing. Decorah, which is ended the season ranked number 1 in 3A, takes on Dubuque Waller tonight. Just kind of looking through Clear Creek Man and Williamsburg play that they played a couple of weeks ago in a game that was decided by a last-second shot. Seoul in the top 10 team plays Keokuk. We mentioned Marion Makokata, Davenport Assumption, and Mount Vernon play tonight as well. And this one's just for Nathan Ford. The Fighting Grinnell Tigers play Nevada tonight in a sub-state semifinal. And then tomorrow night, as we mentioned, got 4A. We got top sub-state seeds include obviously number 1 ranked Cedar Rapids. Kennedy plays Waterloo East. Iowa City West, also a top seed, takes on Davenport North. From the Valley, Dubuque Seniors, number 1 seed, plays Davenport Central, and Cedar Falls plays Ottumwa. Cedar Falls also a number 1 seed, and then Prairie plays Pleasant Valley tomorrow night as well. Iowa City Liberty is still in it, takes on Ankeny. And I think that's a rundown. Oh, Limar, forgot Limar as well. Plays North Scott at North Scott tomorrow night. Payson Nieder tied, I think it was Jason Bohannon's record for most 3-pointers in a game the other night in the sub-state first round with 9, if I remember the correct number. So, yeah, Lions put up 107 on Clinton. So that's doing some work. So there's a rundown on the boys' side.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here real quick.
Yeah.
You can't answer Kennedy or Northland to this question.
Okay.
The area team most likely to win a state championship is blank.
Well, I think if you're going to tie my hands that way, I'd have to go with Decorah being a number 1 seed, or number 1 ranking and a number 1 seed. Vikings have had a great season. 20, what are they now? 21-2, I think, if I have the number right. So yeah, I'd go with certainly with Decorah. Um, Solon, I think 3A is really, really open this year, Jeff. When you look at there's no real dominant. I don't think a dominant team. I mean, there's teams with better records, but I think if you look at the top 10 in that class all season long, I mean, you've had team every week. You've had team drop out, another one come in, two drop out, two come in. So it's been very, very equal that way. So Solon's a team in 3A, Decorah, Waverly Shellrock, which is really isn't our, I guess, in our area, but said Marion's had a great year. Davenport Assumptions, I think, got a fighting chance, as well. So 3A is the class that I think's got the most is most wide open, and I'm gonna go with Dakota. Long answer or
Right.
short answer, long. So
All right, sounds good.
um, let's flip to I know it's been written about and talked about to death, but you got to witness history the other night, last week. We haven't talked since then. Caitlin Clark did it, set the NCAA women's all-time scoring record, and she did it with a Caitlin Clark-esque, 33-foot jump shot from the logo. So
Yeah, Debbie Antonelli went out and measured it after the game, and yeah, 33 feet. So
you kind of had to know that she was going to probably shoot a lot early in that game,
yeah,
which she
yeah.
did. And she was
Well,
hot. And
and it was great because we were on deadline. We had to get that in the paper, and thanks, Caitlin, for doing it quickly and taking all the drama out of that. Did you know today's Caitlin Clark Day in Iowa?
I did not know there was such a thing, but happy
There is now.
all right. Very nice. How you going to
Iowa
celebrate?
House determined that this is Caitlin Clark Day.
All right. So they got something done with no animosity involved, I guess.
No, no, it was a bipartisan vote.
Very nice. But she went off for 49 points. Great, great, great night, historic night. What do you think of everything? But then the post game as well, I thought, which was pretty well done, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a lot. It was well done, and you could tell that everybody put a lot of work into that, and with the tribute video and all that, and I think there were 150 media credentials for that game. And how long ago was it that they'd be happy if there were 5 people in the media room afterwards?
Did 150 get credentialed or not 150? There's no way
Huh.
there's room for 150.
I think 150 got credentialed.
Really?
That includes photo, and I don't know where some of those people were during the game, but a lot of them were in that press room afterwards. So if they say it's 150, I believe them.
Uh, Iowa played well,
Yeah,
obviously, and I guess kind of take us forward now, here for the rest of this weekend and maybe next week for the Hawkeyes.
yeah. They're down to 4 games left regular season. They're sitting a game back of Ohio State in the Big Ten standings with 4 to go. They're at Indiana tonight, which won't be easy at all. And then they got Illinois at home on Sunday. They got Minnesota next Wednesday or Thursday up in Minneapolis. And then next Sunday, the 3rd, is home against Ohio State, and that's a biggie.
Do you feel like this team is where it needs to be, Jeff, at this point?
Well, if you'd have asked Sunday and a half ago against Nebraska, I'd say no. I think they're better in a lot of ways than they were last year. Obviously, they're not as good down, low without Monica Sonano, but boy, they can just put a 8 or 10 spot on you in 90 seconds once or twice a game, and I think that separates them from a lot of teams.
Well, we're down to the nitty gritty. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about that. So
yeah,
that's good. It's been an interesting season to this point. There's no doubt
yeah.
about that.
I
So,
guess this is our last one with me being in Des Moines next week and you the following week. So
oh, that's right. Maybe we can do a
yeah,
all-encompassing finale or something.
yeah,
So
maybe we can hug.
there we go. I heard a lot of call it both ways the other night at my game,
Did you?
Regina. Yeah.
I heard
Oh,
it once the other night. Yeah.
did you?
So,
Oh, yeah. The whistle works both ways. That was
yeah.
also one that, that I heard, pretty repeatedly. So,
And
uh,
usually when they yell call it both ways, you look up at the scoreboard and the fouls are like 3-3.
exactly. And they almost always end up pretty close
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So,
16-14 or something like that. And yeah, it's a funny thing.
couple other real side notes. We talked last week about Rough Riders hockey coach Mark Carlson approaching the USHL time wins record. He's one away now. Cedar Rapids won one of 3 games last weekend. 1 to tie, 2 to break it. Cedar Rapids plays 3 games this weekend, and the last one is Sunday afternoon at home. So if it follows the Caitlin Clark pattern, maybe, just maybe, it'll be a home game where he'll be able to break that record. So, and then baseball note real quick today. Mitch Keller, Cedar Rapids Xavier grad, signed a 5-year, $77 million contract extension with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Keller, an all-star last year, super kid, hasn't forgotten where he's from, still lives here in town with his wife, getting paid and deservedly
Good for
so.
him.
Yep,
Good
he
for
had a
him.
terrific season last season. So, anything else that we should touch on, Jeffrey?
Oh, I think I
Anything?
think we've no real more news in the Northeast Iowa saga.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I think
about
New
that.
Hampton's has made its overture to the Upper Iowa Conference. I'm sure they'll be accepted and then
Walk
whatever
on.
happens, yeah, then probably walk on and then Decorah, they'll say no to Decorah and Decorah will ask for mediation and mediation will say, sure, go ahead to the Upper Iowa and
Yeah, that's been an kind of an all-encompassing little drama here
yeah.
this month, no doubt. So,
And also unnecessary.
you think so?
Yeah, I don't know why those teams are leaving. They should have, and we've talked about this. That conference should have been about expanding and not contracting.
I would agree with that. Yeah, it would have been easy to do, right? So I would think they'd have some
Yeah,
suitors. Definitely have some suitors. So
yeah.
um, trying to think what else. I think we talked about this a little bit before too. What's the Valley gonna do? You think it'll wait for Liberty
For Clear Creek,
for yeah, Clear Creek, Amana? We're at
yeah,
is it 15,
yeah. I think that's
the
what they
odd
want to
number?
do.
Okay.
I think that's what they want to do. Get that 16th school whenever Clear Creek Amana is ready to come aboard.
I think Grinnell's been a nice fit for the Walmack.
Yeah,
Would you with that? That's
I
worked
think
out
so.
well.
Yep, I think so. And it's pretty good geographically with the West schools.
Yep.
How are they in boys basketball this year? Girls were a little down.
They were they're sitting about I think 14-6 or 15
Okay,
and 6 overall. Competed very favorably, certainly with the rest of the teams in the conference. So yeah, I think it's been a good fit.
good.
And I think a good fit for them too, Grinnell. So
Yeah.
all righty, sir. Shall we wrap this up? Put a bow
Let's
on
wrap
it,
this up.
get outside.
Everybody, thanks for listening and watching along with us this winter. It's been a lot of fun. It's been nice finally having a name for this thing after all these years.
Absolutely. I still think we're going to have to effort some sort of an affiliation with the Referees Association or something next year.
Yeah, maybe John Matthias or somebody like that can help
Yeah.
us out.
Yeah, he's a great guy. The Call It Both Ways podcast sponsored by the Iowa City Officials Association. Perfect. Perfect. So, hey, enjoy Des Moines next week, Jeff. Travel safe.
Yeah, yep.
I know
And
it's the highlight of
you
your
do the
year.
same the week after that, and they're saying a high of 70 in Des Moines on Monday.
Woo! Yeah, you want to tell everybody that the whole blizzard thing was just poppycock?
It's a scam.
There you go. You heard it, folks. Just a myth. Always a myth. So, all right. Enjoy the tournament. Enjoy the tournaments, folks. Get out and support high school athletes here as they play some pretty darn important games the rest of the season here. For Jeff, this is Jeff. Thanking you all for joining us, and may the court be with you. How's that?
Sounds good. May your rims be loose and the net be hot.
Yes, love it. Take care, everyone. Thank you.